Hello, everybody. My name is Lyrata Barrett. I am representing the Institute for Global Transformation in our new session called Self-Mastery Training via Ageless Wisdom Teachings. Today's lesson is a rather interesting one on self-awareness. We will cover the following topics: the one life, aloneness, fear of death, the seven kingdoms of nature, that being the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom or vegetable kingdom, the animal kingdom, the human kingdom, the spiritual kingdom of conscious souls, the kingdom of monads, and the kingdom of the planetary logos, or as they say, the logoi itself. We'll also cover the integration of body, emotions, and mind in aspiration to the Father's kingdom or the divine kingdom. Because this planet is a third-ray planet, what automatically happens is there is diversification. There's diversity in everything. In each of those kingdoms, there's a plethora of forms that can be taken. As a result of all of the variety of everything that is on this planet, including humans, um, we have a tendency to buy into the separateness. We have a tendency to believe that the separateness is real, when in truth, the separateness is a way for the one life to experience a plethora of different things. The point being, separation is an illusion. There's no such thing. It limits us from knowing who we actually really are, because we get stuck in the forms, okay? And we think as a result that we are alone when we're not alone at all. Man, or humans, or Homo man, that genus of mammals consisting of mankind, usually considered as belonging to part of the primate team, we are defined as, and I've talked about this previously, I do believe, if not in this session, in probably my Nature of the Soul sessions, because we have a tendency to believe that we are separate, because we have fallen into these bodies, which we were never supposed to have fallen into, we believe falsely that we are the form. We've fallen into the identity of the form. And as a result, we do not know who we really are. We are truly light beings, but it bears the need for repetition. We are light beings. And as Teilhard de Chardin says, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We become, as a result, so separate. We buy into the separation or the form, and think that we're locked within this form and that who we are is not the same as that person over there or that person over there or our sister and our brother or mother or father, when really, as humans, every last one of us is imbued with a soul. Every last one of us holds a divine spark, a monad. But in reference to the soul, we are all one soul. We may outpicture in different ways because of our particular geometric aperture. Let's put it that way. Okay. Each one of us comes in depending on our birth time and really more so way before then. Um, the soul designs who we are to be in this lifetime, each one of us. So we come in, remember the old f-stops on cameras? Well, they're not old, they're still there. But we come in a particular aperture, each one of us a different aperture. So that gives us our qualities, our gifts, our talents. It connects us with our incarnational wisdom over lifetimes, all that we have learned mentally, astrally, physically, spiritually. So we are self-conscious. Humanity in and of itself is self-conscious. We are self-conscious in animal bodies, and we see the divine outside of ourselves. We do not realize that we are equipped and indwelt by the divine through our soul connection and through our monadic connection. As I was saying, we as humanity are self-conscious, stuck within our separative ego, believing that everything that goes on around us is in relationship to us as it is, and that it's happening because of us or as a result of us or to us. And even God, our sense of the divine, is outside of us. We don't experience the divine as being within us, an integral part of us, that we are divine beings. We don't think of ourselves in that sense until we have been studying, reading, um, practicing, disciplining, embodying. We say, I, God. We even look outside of ourselves. It's out here. God, help me. So growth is dependent on our ability to see otherwise. Our sense of separateness or aloneness is super, super strong. Our sense of aloneness is comprehensive, let's put it that way, from the time we awaken to the time we go to sleep. I know people who, well, we know people, we heard of people, especially during the COVID lockdown, who were completely shattered as a result of not being able to get out of their apartments or their spaces and see their friends, go to the restaurant, the movies, whatever it is they normally do, clubbing, gatherings. People couldn't handle it. And that speaks of a forfeiture, so to speak, a deficit. It's a deficit in our being to realize that even when we are in quiet space, we are not alone. There is connection to soul that overlooks everything that we do. There's connection to the divine, that divine spark within us that we each carry. There's connection to ancestrals around us, ancestors around us. There's connection to, there is so much traffic going this way and that if we had the eyes to see. We are not alone. It's rather congested around us, especially when we're outside in the world. And even when we're inside, there are energies that are walking through. These walls do not prevent energies from going in and out. They come to observe, they move on, they things are always happening. So we're not alone. One may feel lonely, but one should never feel alone. Two totally different things. It's dominating that sense of aloneness that we're feeling. We may try to suppress that feeling of being alone. We try to keep it down below a certain threshold so we don't feel it here. Not a good thing to do, though. Even though we try to suppress it, the strength of the aloneness that we're feeling can cause attitudinal and behavioral quirks in our being, can cause us to um, act and react in certain ways, hold certain fears, um, feel abandoned or rejected. Lots of things can come up that may not be true. Okay. All of this is to say that we are totally unaware of the fact that we are a part of the one life. The one life lives, moves, and has its being. We live, move, and have our being within the one life, and it has its being in us. Otherwise, we couldn't be here. That which vitalizes us is the one life. We fear death as a result of this aloneness, that the separation that we're feeling. We fear death because we have such a strong sense of connection to this exterior crust in which we live, that which is a reflection only of something bigger that we cannot see. And again, we get stuck thinking that that death is not a part of life, that death is something that is separate and apart from life, and that everything stops as a result of the death process. Again, nothing could be further from the truth. So, knowing and believing that we are part of the one life is the key. Holding that consciousness, that awareness in our being at all times, working to hold that at all times. When we are able to hold on to that sense of oneness and realize that we are a part of the one life, then as a result of that, we begin to feel the cohesion. We begin to feel the unity. We begin to feel the oneness. We begin to vibrate in a different way. The one life indwells everything that is. Everything that is indwelt by the one life. The one life indwells all forms from its cosmic center of origin. And from that center, it gives everything an identity and an expression of that which it is. And each is particular to each. Each is unique. Each is of the divine, yet holding its own quality. Because this is a third ray planet. Third ray automatically means that diversity is key. The separation is an illusion, but the variety of forms that the divine can make absolutely outstandingly, powerfully, beautifully, Fascinating. And yet, we who live in these forms on a human level, in the human kingdom, we seek to eradicate each other. We seek to deep kill off ethnic groups, racial groups, because they're different. When difference is the prototype of the divine on this planet. Boy, we have a lot of karma to pay for. So this one life decides to indwell from its cosmic center everything, giving, as I said, each its own identity, its own expression of that which it is, because it in itself is varied, not solely one thing. It's comprehensive. From the celestial bodies which it creates, it gives those celestial bodies its characteristics, its qualities, its variations in color, in movement, in form, among other things. So the one life then moves from this cosmic center, it takes its oneness, its consciousness into the solar system and all the planets. And from there, the one life indwells the seven kingdoms, creates the seven kingdoms of which are outpictured in physical dense. We have our mineral kingdom, our plant or vegetable kingdom, our animal kingdom, and our human kingdom. All of those are outpictured. And there are three remaining that are yet to be outpictured, one of which is being midwifed right now. And that's the fifth kingdom, the kingdom of conscious souls. Though we cannot see these kingdoms, these three kingdoms that are not yet totally outpictured, they are there. They are withdrawn, so to speak. They live in a different frequency. And as I said, the kingdom of conscious souls is being birthed into physical dense right now at this time. So, what are these three kingdoms? The kingdom of conscious souls is composed of those who have evolved in awareness of themselves as souls and who live according to the precepts of soul consciousness, soul awareness. It is in the process, this particular kingdom, and is in the process of externalization right now. There are so many aspirants and probationers and disciples and initiates walking this planet right now than ever before who are part of this kingdom of conscious souls. They are group conscious. This kingdom is group conscious. It's not self-focused. This particular kingdom will also bring the reappearance of the Christ that everyone is looking forward to. Uh, most of us are looking forward to in this period of time when the planet is in such need, dire need. The next kingdom is the kingdom of monads or the kingdom of masters and adepts. These are known as the elder brothers or the masters, as I said, or sometimes even the saints. These are beings who have evolved through the human and soul kingdoms into their adulthood as Christ, meaning they have become, in their work, sons of God, adult sons of God, rather than children of God. They have evolved. These beings, these elder brothers, masters and adepts or adepts, are those beings that watch over humanity at large and the entire kingdom. I mean, the entire planetary being. They're connected and they know that they're here for that purpose. The last kingdom, the seventh kingdom, is the kingdom of the planetary logos itself, or also known as the kingdom of the logoi, Logoi. This is that center of consciousness within the planet, which includes within its awareness the consciousness of all lives therein. It is the planetary fathers whose directing will governs the life and affairs of the planet according to a known purpose and goal. From here, the will of God is impressed upon all substance within the planetary ring pass not. These last three kingdoms that I mentioned, the kingdom of conscious souls, the kingdom of monads or um, masters and adepts, and the kingdom of the planetary logos or the logoi, are all kingdoms in nature that are representative of the Father's kingdom. It's that higher octave, which is why they have not yet all outpictured, because the planet has not been ready for them. Everything is changing as we are now in the seventh age, seventh ray, and the Aquarian age. Everything is changing. And that automatically means now that the next kingdom can now externalize and the other kingdoms will externalize when it is the proper time. Might be a totally different age. We pause for a moment and consider again the cosmos with its stars, planets, and kingdoms and nature. In light of the above, it is possible to begin to sense with an intuitive faculty of the soul and to respond to the one life. So the one life created all of these forms as its will to be, impregnated its own pure intelligence. Then it poured itself in conscious awareness into the forms themselves, imprisoning a bit of its own consciousness into each and within each form as its soul. Yet it remains itself in its own cosmic center of origin. God is both immanent and transcendent. Very key words there. God is both immanent and he's here and transcendent at the same time. He has the ability to, it has the ability, excuse me, it has the ability to create, indwell each creation, and at the same time remain itself. It should be noted that we, humanity, are self-conscious. We've always been self-conscious. Well, since individualization, we have been self-conscious. The kingdom of conscious souls, those beings, those, that level of humanity is soul conscious. A person is a human being because that person is self-conscious. A human is a spiritual being when and because that human is soul conscious. There's a difference. This is a critical point in the evolutionary development of humanity, and thus we see the world of affairs manifesting one crisis after another. This will continue until humanity completes the next step in its evolution, when a certain percentage of its members are soul conscious. Its life and affairs will reflect the altruistic motives of the fifth kingdom, and true peace will be enjoyed by all of humanity as the condition most conducive to its spiritual growth and development. I hope that's been understood. And now, let's prepare for meditation. Energies are very, very strong as we approach the Wesak moon next Tuesday, full moon in Taurus. The energies are extremely powerful. Visualize a tiny miniature of yourself in the center between the brows. And focus your consciousness there. Poised in the head, in the ajna center, between the brows, contemplate the following concept for a few moments. saying the following words: I, and state your name. I, state your name. A son of God, integrate the forces of my body, emotions, and mind to aspire to the Father's kingdom. I integrate the consciousness of my personality to become soul conscious. Then endeavor to realize that you are a soul. And as a soul, contemplate the one life. Contemplate the one life of which you are a part, drawing upon the memory of the concepts given in this lesson regarding it. Then spend a few moments radiating light and love and your realization of the one life into and through your environment. Sound the Om. Om. Relax the attention and return to normal focus. Practice that meditation going forward for the next month, approximating you to your soul, approximating your soul to you. Feel the oneness. Feel the one life. Until the next time.